Every kitchen trend has a shelf life, and most of them expire a lot faster than you'd think. The look that felt fresh and expensive the year it went in is very often the exact thing that quietly dates the whole house a few years later. And here's the frustrating part. Nobody tells you when a trend has turned. You just keep living with it, cooking in it, walking past it every single day, while it slowly starts to read as cheap to everyone who walks through the door. It's not your fault, because every one of these looks was sold to you as timeless, and almost none of them actually were. The good news is that fixing a dated kitchen almost never means a full renovation. It usually means swapping the handful of things that scream the wrong year. So, here are 8 kitchen trends quietly making your kitchen look cheap in 2026, and exactly what expensive kitchens are doing instead. Number 6 is probably right over your head as you watch this. And the last one costs almost nothing and pulls the whole room together. Stay with me. Let's start with the one that felt like the safe choice, which is exactly why so many people got stuck with it. The all-white kitchen. White cabinets, white counters, white backsplash, white walls, the whole room drained of color because someone online swore that white is always timeless. Here's the problem. A kitchen that's white on white doesn't read as clean anymore. It reads as flat and a little cold, like a showroom nobody actually lives in. Expensive kitchens in 2026 have moved on to warmth. They layer creams, soft whites, warm gratia, a natural wood tone somewhere, maybe a quiet muted green or a deep earthy cabinet on the lower half. The reason it works is contrast and depth. Your eye needs something to travel over, and a wall of identical white gives it nothing, so the room falls flat. Add one warm tone and one natural material, and the same kitchen suddenly looks considered instead of blank. Number 2, and this is the single biggest age tell in any kitchen: cool gray everything. Gray cabinets, gray wood-look floors, that bluish cool gray that was on every renovation show for about 5 years straight. Nothing dates a kitchen faster right now than that cold gray, because your brain has been trained to timestamp it, the same way Harvest Gold and Avocado Green timestamp a kitchen from decades ago. Expensive kitchens have swung hard the other way, toward warm woods, honey and walnut tones, warm whites, and soft earthy neutrals that feel alive instead of icy. If you can't replace the cabinets, warm the room around them, with wood cutting boards, a warm brass fixture, warm bulbs, natural textures. Warm reads as inviting and current. Cool gray reads as the year it was installed, and everyone can feel it even if they can't name it. Number 3, barn doors and the whole farmhouse overload. The sliding barn door on a metal rail, the shiplap on every wall, the word signs, the galvanized buckets, the whole rustic farmhouse look that took over completely for a while. When a trend is that everywhere, it stops feeling special and starts feeling like a costume. And the barn door especially now reads as a very specific and very expired moment. Expensive kitchens have gone quieter and cleaner. Simple paneled doors, or a pocket door that disappears into the wall, plain trim, calm surfaces, and none of the themed clutter. The principle is restraint. A kitchen looks more expensive when it commits to clean lines and lets the materials do the talking, instead of piling on a theme that shouts a trend from 10 years back. Number 4, open shelving on every wall. Somewhere along the way, everyone ripped out their upper cabinets and replaced them with open wooden shelves, and it looks incredible in a magazine photo styled by a professional. In a real kitchen, it's a different story. Open shelves collect grease and dust. They put all your mismatched everyday dishes on permanent display. And 9 times out of 10, they read as cluttered rather than airy. Expensive kitchens use open shelving carefully, if at all. They keep most storage behind closed doors where the visual noise is hidden, and they allow maybe one short-styled shelf with a few beautiful matching pieces on it. The mechanism is calm. Hidden storage gives the eye long, clean surfaces to rest on, and clean surfaces are what your brain reads as luxury. A wall of exposed clutter does the opposite, no matter how nice the shelf itself is. Number 5. Busy, speckled granite and the heavy look that came with it. The countertop packed with 1,000 flecks of black, brown, and gold, usually paired with orange-toned cherry cabinets and an ornate backsplash, the whole Tuscan look that was the height of luxury for about a decade. Today, all that visual busyness reads as heavy and dated, because the surface never lets your eyes settle. Expensive kitchens have gone calm and soft instead. A honed or matte stone in a quiet tone, white, warm cream, or a pale gray, with gentle soft veining running through it rather than a chaotic speckle. The reason it lands as expensive is simplicity. A calm countertop with one soft vein reads as natural stone and quiet money, while the busy speckled slab reads as the builder-grade special everybody had in the 2000s. And that idea, that expensive almost always means calmer and simpler, rather than busier or more expensive, is really the whole thing this channel is built on. If you want the shortcut, I put together a guide called The Expensive Look, and it's linked in the description. It's the complete playbook for making any room look high-end for almost nothing. The 16 universal laws that make a space read as expensive. Then a room-by-room breakdown, the kitchen included, so you're never guessing which move actually matters and which trend is about to turn. If these videos have changed how you see your own home, the guide is the full version of it in one place. The link is right down in the description. Now back to the kitchen, because the next three are where the most expensive-looking mistakes are hiding. Number 6, and this is the one right over your head. A ceiling full of recessed can lights and nothing else. Just a cold grid of downlights blasting flat white light straight down onto the counters, which was considered the clean modern choice for years. The problem is that a single layer of overhead cans gives you no warmth and no depth, and it makes the whole kitchen feel like an office at midnight. Expensive kitchens layer their light. They keep the cans dim if they have them, then add real sources at eye level, a pair of pendants over the island, warm bulbs around 2700 Kelvin, and a strip of soft under-cabinet lighting that makes the counters glow. The mechanism is the same one that makes a restaurant feel expensive. Light that comes from several low, warm points instead of one harsh grid overhead reads as intimate and considered, and it makes every surface in the room look richer. Number 7, mismatched. Dated hardware, usually oil-rubbed bronze on everything or the shiny brass knob that came with the builder cabinets. Hardware is the jewelry of the kitchen, and when it's dated or mismatched, it drags the whole room back in time even if everything else is fine. That dark oil-rubbed bronze in particular is a very specific expired moment, the same way polished brass was decades before it. Expensive kitchens pick one metal and commit to it across the whole room. Unlacquered brass that ages softly, warm matte, black, or a brushed nickel, the same finish on the handles, the faucet, and the light fixtures so the room feels pulled together. Swapping every knob and pull in a kitchen is one of the cheapest upgrades there is. And matching them all to one finish instantly makes the cabinets look newer and more expensive than they are. And number 8, the cheapest fix on the whole list, and the one that quietly outweighs the rest. Fake plants, plastic accessories, and a total absence of anything real and alive. The dusty artificial fern on top of the cabinets, the plastic fruit in a bowl, the mass-produced trinkets, all of it reads as cheap the instant your eye lands on it, because plastic pretending to be real is the most obvious tell there is. Expensive kitchens bring in the real thing. One living herb in a simple pot on the windowsill, a small potted plant, a bowl of actual lemons or apples, a wooden board and a linen towel, natural materials that have texture and warmth. The reason it does so much is life. A hard kitchen full of plastic feels like a display, and one real growing thing against warm light and natural materials turns it into a room that feels cared for and lived in. It costs almost nothing, and it does more than anything else on this list. So those are the 8, and notice the pattern, because it's the whole secret. Warm instead of cold, calm instead of busy, hidden storage, layered light, one metal and one living thing. Almost none of it is a renovation, and almost none of it costs real money. An expensive-looking kitchen in 2026 isn't about a bigger budget. It's about retiring the handful of trends that quietly date the room and swapping in the calm, warm, simple choices that read as expensive in any year. If even 3 of these were hiding in your kitchen, do me a favor and subscribe, because every week I take apart exactly what makes a space look rich, one room at a time. And if you want the whole system in one place, the guide linked in the description walks you through every room in the house the same way. Go grab it, then go pull that fake fern down off the cabinets. I'll see you in the next one.